Hello everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. If it's your first time visiting, or if it's just seems like years since I was last here and you've forgotten who I am, my name is Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek, and I apologise for the lack of videos and Instagram posts and general lack of visibility over the last couple of weeks. I just have got too much going on at the moment to keep up with my crafty endeavours, I'm afraid. And as this is not my paying job, it is just a hobby, it does have to, you know, take a back seat. And I think the reality of my life at the moment is that until my daughter's wedding is over and done with, which is only a couple of months away now, I am just going to have to be sporadic with my filming, so I do apologise. But I am back here again today to do a little design team project for Val's Craft Creations. I'm working with her Roses and Tea kit, which is beautiful. And I've made this little notebook. This is just for me, for my handbag. And I thought I'd just do a quick flick through because I haven't done anything to the pages. I thought they were so beautiful. I've just literally stapled them into a card blank, and I'm going to keep this in my handbag as a little notebook for myself. So I thought I'd do a quick flick through here to show you all the beautiful pages. I've printed this at half size, and I've backed Val's papers with just scans of my own tea dyed paper. My staples come out up here, so I have to redo that. But aren't these pages beautiful? I love these teacups, and combined with the roses, it's all soft pinks, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's right up my street, and I didn't want to do anything with these pages because they're so beautiful. And because I printed it 2 to a page, I've got obviously the same pages again left over, and I'm going to make a little something with you today with one of those pages. I've got in mind what I want to do, and we'll see how it works out. But there is also ephemera with this kit as well, but I haven't used that in here. As I say, I've just literally made this as a little notebook for myself, and I've had it under some weights where I had to fold the back half for the stapler to reach. It's got a little bit of a crease in it, so I hope that's not detracting from the pages too much. But obviously if you go onto Val's channel, and I will link that in the description box below, you'll be able to see a proper flip through of the whole kit. It's another big kit. I can't remember how many pages this was. I think it was this. I think the actual pages, I think there were 17 pages, and then obviously, as I say, there's all ephemera as well, and it is absolutely stunning. I am going to make a proper journal with this, a proper full-size journal, but I just loved that and wanted it for myself, so that's sitting under a book over here at the moment, flattening it down. So what I wanted to do, some of the pages are printed like as if they would going to be in a 3. These are all the other pages that I should have just flipped through these, really, shouldn't I? But anyway, and that gave me the idea of, I want to make a little sort of trifold thing with a vellum pocket in the middle. So that's what I'm going to do today. So the first thing I'm going to do is fold the 2 sides into the middle so that they meet. I'm going to crease them there, and then what my idea is, use my fancy edge punch here on these edges. I'm guessing that's about the middle to get me started. This punch was from my BB Crafts haul, which you can also see on this channel elsewhere. I will try and remember to link that as well below. And there was a discount code sure how long they're valid for actually. But yeah, if you're interested in this, go and look at that video and look at the details. You can find out more. So I thought that nice fancy edge will let the, a little bit of the lovely paper peek through. So let's do the same on the other side. Trying to get it roughly in the middle again to start with. And if you've never used one of these punches before, this is where you punch, and then these bits you line up with the bit you've just punched to continue along. So if I pop that on top of the printed pattern there on that edge, then the next one lines up so that you get that continuous pattern all the way along. So that's how that works. So how are you all? I hope you're all well. Nothing much to report here, just manic business. Got, oh, I went a bit wonky there, but hopefully it won't show up too much. Yeah, I've got a busy weekend this weekend with all wedding bits and pieces. Going out to get a wedding dress for my daughter this weekend. I'm going to try and tidy this up slightly because that went very wonky. And let's hope I don't make it worse. Well, we're just going to have to live with it, Karen. Yeah, so we've got wedding dress shopping. We've also got hair appointments, hair trials. And I will be going along with my daughter because if you have been here before, you know I have a little baby granddaughter. She's 4 months old. So I'm going along at the moment to babysit so that my daughter can concentrate on what she needs to do. So I thought I'd pop a little vellum pocket here in the middle. I'm going to use this bit that's cleaner. So I need to cut that down to, I'm just making it a little bit shorter than the width of the back piece, so that hopefully it will still fold nicely. So let's cut that and then we'll decide how deep we want the pocket. And I'm hoping this piece of vellum is straight-ish. Not sure it is, but let's work with what we've got for the moment. Yeah, and I have 3 boxes piled up next to me, which are full of mugs to be personalised for the wedding party and table signs to go on each table, so that everyone knows where they're sitting for the table names. So does that need, I'll straighten it up when we get it down to size. Right, so that's going to go in the back there. So I reckon we want it about that deep. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just, as you can see, just going with the flow. Right, which edge was the straight edge? I think it was that edge. So let's line those up there. I want to cut that there. Oh, I've got 2 dogs here today. My daughter's dog is staying, dog sitting, while her boyfriend goes up to visit her where she works. So, and obviously, you know what dogs are like, they set each other off. So if we have a barky situation happen, I will try and pause the video straight away so that it's not too noisy for you, but apologies in advance if that does happen. So this is my idea, is we've got a little fold out piece here. We've got journaling space all around. We're going to have a pocket here, and I will probably stick this in a journal stick it down 3 sides so that we've got a pocket at the back for a tag as well. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. So now I need to stick this little piece in, and I can never remember when I'm sticking vellum if art glitter glue shows through or not. So I'm just going to go for it, stick it in with art glitter glue, and if it's messy once it's dry, I'll just decorate it up a bit and hide it. So I'm just putting a little, I'm trying to put a little tiny bit of glue along the 3 edges of the vellum, and I'm going to pop that in the back there, and that glue is splodging. Now, I know normally when we make these things, or when I make these things, I usually put grommets in these and sort of tie this together somehow. I don't know whether to do that with this pattern, although looking at these little, they're sort of in the centre, that it might look quite nice there to have something tied. So I wonder if I can pop in, I've just seen my little eyelets. Are these my little ones, or are these the bigger ones? Let's have a look what we've got here. I thought there were some pinky coloured ones here, but I can't see. Oh, that's sort of pinky colour. Oh, it's not really pink, but just wondering if that would fit in there, and if it will my, it's a bit close to the edge, so I don't want to tear it. Oops. But also, will it stay flat enough with things inside? I know what I could do. Instead of putting those in, I will stick something across the back that can come round and tie, and then we'll cover it so that whatever we're sliding in, you know, when we pop the tag in, it doesn't catch. I think we'll do that because I think they're a bit close to the edge and I don't want to rip the paper. So let's pop those away after making a mess, tipping them all out. Yeah, so I've got a busy weekend ahead of me. Not the best weekend to be dog sitting, so I'm going to be out all day tomorrow and all day Sunday, but it's just the way it goes. And it's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK, so got an extra day off on Monday. Not that it matters to me because I work from home, so every day's the same, but I'm just thinking what I would like around the back there. You know what would be ideal is some of the, you know, the really thin ribbons that you get on clothes when you buy new clothes. See, this is too bright, that pink. I don't want a really bright pink. I don't think I've got anything pale enough in there. Oh, I've got this lovely yarn from Purple Poppy. And this end is quite nice. I'm pulling it from the wrong end, but this is quite a nice colour to go in the back here. So we could have something like this. That should be enough. Let's chop that off. So we could have this coming round. To tie this closed. Obviously that needs to drop out a bit where it's been on the card. And that's lovely and soft, so it shouldn't cause any problems on there. So we will need to stick that across the back with some sort of tape. And I think I'm going to go wild, as this is, you know, really over the top tape to use, but it will make sure that whatever we slide in here will not get caught, because it's nice wide tape. I just snip that edge off there. And I'm obviously going to trim that down to the proper size in due course. So that's that part. I better put this blade away before I do myself a mischief. Right. Oh, I've got my laptop next to me because I'm in the middle of printing out the next kit that I need to use, so that I can keep tapping it so it doesn't go off screen, because if the screen goes off, the printer stops printing. And I've just realised it went off ages ago and the printer's not been printing, and I've just heard it churning up there. Right, what am I looking for? Oh yes, right, we want to make something to go in this little pocket. So let's see, these are nice because we've folded this in to match. The back is going to be, you know, roughly the same size as half of these, so we could just use these as a sort of journal card. We'll need cutting down a little bit. Oh, that's rather lovely, isn't it, this side? So let's trim that to the size we want. So, oh, actually, I don't know if you can see, but this is another one. It's got lines going down. So if I cut along this line, that would definitely be narrow enough to work in there. We might need to take a little bit of the height off, we'll see. See? So that will look rather lovely in there. So I'm going to take a little bit off at the top. What have I just done with my ruler? There it is, it's on its side, so I can't see it. So, Max, leave it. Max has just seen a bird in the garden. So that would be about right in there. So I am going to round the bottom corners, she says. Can't see my hole punch. My desk is such a mess. I haven't done any, as you know, I've not been crafting for ages, and because my desk is in the living room, everything just gets, you know, everyone just dumps stuff on my desk instead of putting it away. And can't find anything now. I need to have a mass tidy, but I thought, right, shall I have a mass tidy or shall I do some crafting and make a video? And of course I decided I'll do some crafting and make a video. Oh, computer's gone off again. Right, I think my printer has, oh, the printer's decided it's got a paper jam, so I'll have to go and sort that out in a minute. Trying to do too many things at once here, trying to be efficient and you know, make a video while the printer's printing, but obviously that's expecting far too much cooperation from my equipment, isn't it? So I'll just use that going. Okie dokie, we've got a little taggy shape there now. So if I could snip a little bit more of that pinky, mind you, really, let's see how much of this I actually need. Without pulling it too tight. Why is it tying a bow is so tricky when you've got the camera on you? No, I'm not going to be cutting enough off of there to make a difference. Right, okay, so we'll leave that as it is for now. Yes, shall we have a little bit of this on? Going into a different colour now, but that big fluffy bit might be quite nice. So I want to punch a little hole in the top of here. I'm just wondering what I've done with my... What am I looking for? I'm looking for my crocodile, that's what I'm looking for. There it is. Right, so let's get this roughly in the middle-ish. And I might need to unlock it. And which hole are we going for? We're going for that one about there. Pop that in there. And then we'll have a little bit of, see if we can get this through. I'll have that in there. I love the texture of that. Okay, so that's going to go in there like that. And do up. And then we want a little tag to go in the back. Now, as I say, in the kit, there are tags, but I haven't printed them out. That probably won't be quite big enough, will it? Oh, now, I wonder if I could use this. Still a bit, it needs a bit more work. This is all of the edges. I've just stuck them onto a scrap piece of paper so I can use that as a base for something. But I'm going to need to do a bit more work on that before I can use it. And I don't have everything out to hand that I would like to use. I'm just having a rummage to see what I've got on my desk that would work. Or that could work. And I have loads of rubbish on my desk, but nothing that is very useful. Oh, hang on, right, what have I got here? These are all they're too wide, but I could fold them in half, couldn't I? So if we folded that in half, that will be able to slide behind there. How far down will it come? Like that. That's going to look quite nice, isn't it? And obviously, depending which journal I use this in, will determine how long we want the tag at the back. So yes, I think we'll save that to go in behind it when we come to use the thing. So now on these pages, is there anything I don't want to cover up? You know, I want to see what we've got behind here, but I also want something on here as decoration. So that cup is probably too big. Those things are a bit too tall, I think. So maybe a flower. Don't know where my little snips are. I'll just have the rose without the rosebud, I think. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing here. Sorry if I'm off screen. Okay, we've got a little rose there. I might put that at the bottom. Yep. Right, so a little touch of ink. Excuse me. Oh, I know what else I was thinking of having in here. Actually, maybe we should put that on the front. Don't know now. I was thinking this rose trim I've got, one of these roses might look quite nice on here somewhere. Let's keep that leaf on for a minute and see how big it is. That is quite giant, isn't it? What about if we chop the leaves off? Ah, now, if I stick this on one side here, the weight of it should help to keep that closed. Although we don't need to worry about that, do we? Because we've got our tie now. So, just wondering if this is too much. It's too big. Forgot to do the rink-a-dink-a-dinking. don't really know. Cut this rose out. I feel like I should use it now, but I don't actually know if I want to. If I pop it down there, it hides one of the teacups when the tag's in there. But then that's quite a nice surprise when you take it out, isn't it? Not that it's really a surprise, it's a teacup. What else are you going to have with a teapot? Right, I think I am going to pop that one down there. I'm making a decision. Because that's like a continuation of those roses there that are faint onto this paper. And then do I want this on the front or not? Or do I want it somewhere else? Don't want it on there. Don't think I do. Now, before we call it done, do you want anything else on there? Just wondering if I've got any little labels or anything handy that I might want to use. Got some flowers there, but they're blue, so they definitely won't work. What's under here? Where is my little ephemera book? That should be handy here. Got all those little children next to me, but you're probably sick of seeing them by now, aren't you? Anything in here we might want to use? Too big. Rummage, rummage, rummage. Oh, well, that's annoying. I thought I had a pile of pinkish labels to hand, but obviously not. Right, well, I think we'll call it done then. So, let's make a bit of space here so you can see what we've actually done. So if I just grab in my black and white journal that I was making, obviously it wouldn't go in here because it's the wrong colour. But when I come to use this, I will stick this, I'll put glue here, here and here. I have no idea if I'm in frame or not. Stick it down on those three sides. Obviously that will be done up, and then this will be tucked in the back. Obviously we'll cut it down to a suitable size and it will look like that. Should we do it up so you can see what it will actually look like? How many times have I undone and redone this on camera? Let's just hope that I'm actually in frame and you can see what I'm doing. Every time I have a break from filming, I have no idea where I need to have things set up when I come back to it to make sure you can see. So yeah, so if that was stuck down there, that would be tucked in the back like that, and that's how it would look. So I hope you enjoyed watching me fumble along with that. Thank you for joining me today. I won't promise when I'm going to be back because at the moment I just really don't know, but I'll be back with you as soon as I can with another little project. So in the meantime, look after yourselves, stay safe and enjoy your own crafty time. Take care everyone, bye bye.